transform method for solving the difference equation in the unit number 1, discretization of continuous time system. Okay, so first of all, Z transform method for solving differential equation. Here, the differential equation is given x of k plus 2 plus 3x k plus 1 plus 2 x of k that is equal to 0, and they will given some initial condition like that x of 1 is equal to 1 and x of 0 is equal to 0. Okay, so in the last session we will study about the find the Z transform method, and then we have to study about the inverse Z transform method. As you know, we will deal with the inverse Z transform using two methods, direct division method and the partial fraction method. Now for the difference equation, we will convert this x plus k, x into k plus 2 into the Z domain, and for that z upon x into k plus 2, this is the equation of z of x of k plus 2, that is equal to z square x of z minus z square x of 0 minus z x of 1. Now how this type of equation will become? For that we know about the shifting theorem. Okay, in the DSP we will study about the delay signal and the advance signal. What is the delay signal? If our signal is z minus 1, z minus 2, so that is called the delay signal. If our signal is in the form of the plus, so it is known as the advance signal. So what is the shifting theorem of the Z transform? So first of all, we know about the shifting theorem equation. So here you can see that Z of x in the bracket t minus nt, that is equal to z raised to minus n x of z. Here you can see that the small t indicates the continuous time signal. The t, capital T, is indicate the sampling period, and for the different value of n, we can get the different answer. So whenever we shift the sample, we can get some type of equation. So here you can see that in our equation they will given x of k plus 2. So simply we can write here z of x of t plus nt. Okay, so what is the equation of t plus nt? It is z raised to n in this bracket x of z minus summation of a is equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of kt z raised to minus k, where the t is the sampling period and t is the sampling time. Okay, so simply we can put here instead of t plus nt, we can be simplified or convert this equation into the x of k plus 2 form, and then we have to find the final answer. So we can also write this equation like this manner: z in this bracket x of k plus n, that is equal to z raised to n, here z raised to n as it is. We have considered the time t is equal to 1 second. So z raised to n as it is, then in the bracket x of z is as it is minus summation of k is equal to 0 to n minus 1 as it is into x into kt. We can replace t with the 1 second. So here x of k, z raised to minus k, bracket completed. So simply we can put here the sampling time t is equal to 1. So we can get the x of t plus n. Why we can put the t is equal to 1 second? Because in our question they will given the difference equation like this form: x of k plus 2 plus 3x of k plus 1. So we can put here t is equal to 1. Okay. Now Here, this is the simplified version of x of k plus x. Now the next step is we have just simplified the above equation. So here you can see that z in this bracket x upon k plus n, that is equal to, here z raised to n, as it is x of z will be multiplied with the z raised to n. Simply we can open the brackets minus as it is. Now we can put the value of k one by one and we have to find the equation. So first of all, the range of k. The value of k will be starting from 0. So first of all, we can put k is equal to 0. Okay. So we can get x of k. K is equal to 0. So we can get x of 0 into z raised to minus 0. And z raised to minus 0 or z raised to 0, that is equal to 1. In this multiply with z raised to n. So we can get minus as it is, z raised to n as it is, and with replace x of k we can put here x of 0. Okay, clear? Now next we can put here k is equal to 1. Okay, so z raised to n as it is, then x of 1 and z raised to minus k is equal to 1. So z raised to minus 1. So simply we can add z raised to n term. So we can get z raised to n into z raised to minus 1. That is become z raised to n minus 1. We multiply with x into x in the bracket 1. Again minus. Next we can put k is equal to 2. Okay, so x of z raised to n as it is, then x of 2 and z raised to k, that is equal to 2, that means z raised to minus 2. So it's become z raised to n minus 1 into x of 2 minus z x of n minus 1. So we can continue this system up to k is equal to n minus 1. So this is all about the z of x of k plus n. Now in our example they will given x of k plus 2. So simply we can put here n which replace with 2. So here you can see that z of x of k plus 2, that is equal to z raised to n, that is equal to z square x of z minus z square x of 0 minus here z raised to n minus 1, that is equal to z raised to 2 minus 1. So only z raised to 1 into x 1 minus z raised to n minus 2 and n is equal to 2. So z raised to 2 minus 2 is become z raised to 0. So it's become 1. So after the term z x raised to 1, we can get all these 0. So the difference equation for z of x of k plus 2, that is equal to z square x of z minus z square x of 0 minus z x of 1. Simply we have again convert these two equations, put n is equal to 1, so we can get z of x of k plus 1, that is equal to z x of z minus z x of 0, and in the last z of x of k, that is equal to x of z. Clear? So in the last three equations, simply we can put the value of a 1 by 1 and we can get this type of equation. Now the next step is we can put this value in our difference equation and simplify the difference equation. Okay. So the first term is here x of k plus 2 plus 3x k plus 1 plus 2x of k. So first of all we can put here z square x of z minus z square x of 0 minus z x of 1. That is the answer of x of k plus 1 plus 3x of k plus 1. Its answer is 3 into z x of z minus here 3 is missing, 3 z into x of 0 plus 2 x of z, that is equal to 0. Okay, now apply some initial condition. In the equation we they will given some initial condition like x of 1 is equal to 1 and x of 0 is equal to 0. So put x of 1 is equal to 1 and x of 0 is equal to 0. So first term is as it is, z square x of z minus z square into x of 0, that becomes 0 minus z x of 1 is equal to 1. So z plus 3z x of z as it is minus z x of 0 is equal to 0 and 2x of z as it is. So we have subtracting the initial condition and we can get this type of equation. Okay, now simplify this equation. We have to common out the term x of z. So in this bracket z square plus 3z plus 2 bracket complete x of z, that is equal to z. So we can get x of z is equal to z upon z square plus 3z plus 2, that is equal to z upon z plus 1 and z plus 2. So this is the value of x of z. Now next, as you know, we have to find the value of x of z upon z, and for that we have to apply the partial fraction method. So x of z upon z is equal to 1 upon z plus 1, z plus 2 is equal to a upon z plus 1 plus b upon z plus 2. That is equal to, we have to equate the left hand side term and the right hand side term. We can get 1, that is equal to cross multiplication with a into z plus 2, that becomes az plus 2a plus bz plus b. Okay, in the left hand side only constant term is there, so we can write the equation like this: 2a plus b is equal to 1. Okay, and the next equation is a plus b is equal to 0. So we can write a is equal to minus b or b is equal to minus a. Put the value of b in this first equation. So we can get 2a plus b is equal to 1. Put b is equal to minus a. So 2a minus a is equal to 1. We can get a is equal to 1. So simply we can get b is equal to minus 1. Clear? So put the value of a and b in the above equation. We can get x of z, that is equal to 1 upon 1 plus z inverse minus 1 upon 1 plus 2 z inverse. And this is the final equation x of k. So whenever you find the value of x of k using the x of z, you will simply apply the inverse Laplace of the z transform, inverse z transform method. So x of z become x of k, that is equal to z inverse of x of z, that is equal to the inverse of 1 upon 1 plus z inverse is equal to minus 1 raised to k minus as it is, and the inverse of 1 upon 1 plus 2z inverse is equal to minus 2 raised to k, where the k is varied from 0, 1, 2, 3 up to infinity. Clear? So whenever we find the difference equation using the z transform method, the first step is we have to apply a shifting theorem for the appropriate difference equation, find the different terms using the shifting theorem using this, and then put this value in the main equation, apply the initial condition for this example, and then we have to simplify this equation and find the value of x of z upon z. Okay, after that we have to apply a partial fraction for this particular system, find the value of a, b or c, and then put this value in this above equation, and then the last step is we have to apply an inverse z transform to find the value of x of k, because after doing the partial fraction, the equation in the form of x of z, but in the question they will ask to find out the value of x of k or the x of kk. So for that, the last step we have to apply an inverse z transform to find out or to solve the difference equation. Okay, clear? Thank you everyone.